Ladies and gentlemen, Nitro is on, and we're in Miami, and you're looking live outside. You can see clearly that out back here at the Miami Arena, the Macho Man is down. He's been injured. This happened just a few moments ago. Our cameras were dispatched outside, and just right as we go on the air, you see the ambulance has pulled up. You see policemen are out there. And
close the gate over here. Close that gate.
Let's listen in here.
Close, Steve.
We have no idea exactly what occurred. But as you can see, the Macho Man apparently, and I don't want to speculate too much, very seriously injured here. Tony Schiavone, Mike Tenay, Larry Zbyszko. This is the last thing in the world we expected, guys, to see him down like this.
And Tony, we also see a very concerned Miss Elizabeth looking on at this situation. Savage. Well, we just don't have any idea here about.
We got paramedics that look concerned, and that's a bad sign.
Now I tell you, he is holding. You can see his shoulders. They look like they are trying to immobilize his neck. And as we come into the arena, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Miami and WCW Monday Nitro. We are not so sure exactly what transpired, but we do understand that during the course of this program, we are going to try to show you, possibly we did get some footage rolling out back before this incident occurred, but we are up and live showing you the ambulance coming in. And I tell you, all right, let's go back outside once again, I understand, as our cameras are still out there, and see if we can find out any more about, let's listen in too.
What we got here, you keep rolling. All right, Randy, listen to me. I need you to stay still, okay? I need you to stay still, you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you open your eyes? Open your eyes, man.
Now, members of our production crew out there, it's pretty obvious there. You notice how that EMT is trying to immobilize the neck, and now they're getting the that board they use during serious accidents, and they're going to try to put him on this board. This, I tell you, fans, hey, there's the neck brace. This is really unfortunate, regardless of if it's a member of the NWO or a member of WCW. Anytime something like this happens to a wrestler, and you have EMTs on the scene, it's very, very serious.
And of course, Randy Savage is set to challenge Sting for the World's Heavyweight Championship upcoming at Spring Stampede on April the 19th, Tony.
Only 13 days away, you're right. Only thing I can tell you is that we are going to follow this and hopefully have an injury report. Look how upset she is. I mean, literally, her makeup is starting to run. She's crying. Oh, Savage in a tremendous amount of pain here, guys. And don't want to start Nitro on a down note, but if nothing else, it's a kind of shocking, jolting, surprising note to start WCW Monday Nitro live from the Miami Arena on. And fans, stay with us, and we are continually checking. We're going to check with the EMTs, check with our trainer here, and also we're going to check with our production truck to see if in fact that we got more footage than just what we saw. Maybe we'll find out exactly what happened to Savage and how he was sent down like that, hard on the pavement, on the concrete, outside here in the Miami Arena.
Well, we're going to have to find out. I mean, there's always people back there. Someone had to see something.
Well, let's hope that we do have that footage, and hopefully that would shed some light on the incident that just occurred.
Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nitro. We are live for 3 hours. We're in South Florida, Miami, in the Miami Arena, where ever since this venue went on sale, it was sold out. In a mere hour, sold out here at the Miami Arena. The hottest ticket in South Florida. No, it's not the Marlins, it's WCW, and here we go. And we're gonna have quite a 6-man open things up here. La Parka, Psychosis, El Dandy against Magnum, Suwa, and Nobunaga from Japan, Mike, today.
Interesting, Tony, 6-man tag to open things up on Nitro. This is the Luchadors in their true element. Opposition this week provided by this trio, originally from Japan, now based in Mexico City. These are 3 students of the Ultimo Dragon, as we see the Luchadors now triple teaming on Tokyo Magnum in the early going.
So you can definitely say that Magnum, Suwa, and Nobunaga know these luchadors quite well, Mike.
Well, they wrestle in Mexico City as well as in World Championship Wrestling. We've told the story many times about Ultimo Dragon moving from Tokyo to Mexico City to become a professional wrestler. This trio just trying to emulate their hero, the Ultimo Dragon. Cover.
And a 2 count. And a six-man opening back. Double axe hand over the back, Larry.
Well, he came off, turned his back. You know, it looks like a dojo. I mean, all the young Japanese guys grow up in them, they train in them, they live in them. It becomes home to them, but that's how they become good. They eat, drink, and sleep wrestling.
Double elbow, here comes LaPorca. And he kicked him in the side of the face, right into the jaw.
Well, he may not be eating wrestling.
Here's a cover, 1, 2. You know, Mike, needless to say, when the Ultimo Dragon went to Mexico, into Mexico City and made a name for himself, that really just kind of opened the door for young athletes from Japan to try to go there and make a name for themselves.
It really did, and with Dragon having a training school now in Mexico City, so many of these youngsters from Japan feel that it's their way to break into professional wrestling. They learn so many of the different styles. Wrestling internationally. Whoa, what a missile. Drop kick off the top by Psychosis.
Yeah,
Down goes Judo Suwa.
You saw Judo's head snap back and
2. Only got a 2 count. We got a save that time. Fans, if you just tuned in, we opened up with a shocker. Outside, as we opened up here on Nitro, an ambulance pulling up, and the Macho Man Randy Savage, I would say, injured. How serious, I don't know. I can only tell you what I saw, that they tried to immobilize the head and the neck region, and they were putting it into the ambulance. What happened, exactly how he was injured, is still very unclear. But we hope to, during the course of this program, maybe try to solve this mystery, find out exactly what happened, and give you an update on his injury. Boy, did Psychosis miss that time or what?
Certainly did, catching his own tag partner, LaPorca. Now Tokyo Magnum with the drop kick to Psychosis. But just that look of concern that was etched on the face of Miss Elizabeth, along with everyone, the security staff, the EMTs, telling Savage to remain still, not to move at all. Obviously a very serious situation. Frankensteiner off the top, cover now by Magnum.
He got a 2, and he almost got a 3. Did Magnum, he makes a tag now. And here comes Nobunaga, right into a side headlock from El Dandy. Into the ropes. El Dandy with a weight advantage. Over the top he goes. Caught him with a back elbow.
they're making a lot of tags here. And whoa, LaPorca missed him.
Boy, did he ever. Reckless abandon into the corner. Hit a steam now. Oh, boy. How about that? Sliding all the way across the ring, face first, and all the way on the outside.
Now bodies flying everywhere. Judo Suwa out on the floor. Here goes Dandy. Suicide dive. Oh, the back of Judo Suwa's head hit that steel guardrail.
Oh, my goodness. Another body over the top.
The plancha, the cross body block by Magnum. Now LaPorca. Oh, my. Split-legged moonsault. Psychosis off the top. He missed.
Here's a cover on the, believe it or not, on the inside. 1, 2.
No.
After all of that, they tried to make a cover on the inside. Only 2 men are surviving so far in this 6-man opening. About off the top. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and Psychosis kicks away.
Yeah, too close to the rope, too, right there. Almost under it. He's going up again.
Another high-risk move for Nobunaga.
Oh, my goodness.
Drop kicked him as it looked like he was going to try a springboard move.
I think he drop kicked the top rope, and that sent him off. And now Psychosis, very animated as he gets up top. Guillotine leg drop. Got him. He's on target. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Psychosis with the guillotine leg drop gets the win for his team of El Dandy and LaPorca. And like you said, bodies absolutely hit. Watch out, guys. Watch out. LaPorca's wielding a chair. LaPorca's behind Psychosis.
Ow! That's his own guy.
What is he? Well, he's the chairman of WCW. Doesn't seem to matter, friend or foe.
Little bit of payback, and he's telling out Dandy for that miss by Psychosis. And obviously Psychosis and LaPorca have somewhat of an issue here now based on what has just transpired in this opening 6-man tag team match.
Well, a very unforgiving LaPorca despite the victory.
All right, let's go back outside once again, fans. When we opened up, the ambulance was on its way in, and right now, as you can see, they have been working on this neck and this collar now for about 7 or 8 minutes, fans. We'll keep abreast. Savage still down outside the parking lot. More to come on a Bizarre Nitro.
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Valvoline, the #1 choice of America's top mechanics. People who know, use Valvoline.
Lex Luger, the WCW Cruiserweight title on the line, and then you're going to see the Giant in action against Scott Steiner and a whole lot more. You know, we began things by going outside and showing you the shocking developments that occurred, that happened right before we went on the air to the Macho Man Randy Savage. We can only speculate that this happened while he was making his way to the arena, and that's all we can do. Are we ready to go back out there once again? I'm told we're going to be going out here in just a few moments once again to show you what happened to Randy Savage. But as the Disco Inferno makes his way in, we'll just have to wait here and go out there when the time permits. The Disco Inferno now, and Booker T here for the World Television title, Mike.
Well, a baffling series of events to open up Nitro. These two men certainly very familiar with the World's Television Championship. Disco Inferno, former two-time World's TV champion and the current reigning champion. Booker T has had the belt on 2 occasions as well.
Yes, the professor never misses a word, but it's a prestigious piece of gold that the Disco Inferno is getting a shot at, and also held by a very great athlete, Booker T. Disco is going to have to be more than focused for this one.
Booker T, if you look at the wins, if you look at the titles, this young man has held over this short time. He has been in WCW. You know that he is tag team champion on 7 occasions. He is now in his second reign as television champion. Not many people can say that.
That is an amazing accomplishment. 9 World Championships held by this man in the few years that he's been here with World Championship Wrestling.
A look at our fans here on the inside, downtown Miami, and the Miami Arena, the home of the Miami Heat, and of course the Florida Panthers of the NHL. But tonight, each and every seat here taken with fans for WCW Monday Nitro. And Disco Inferno, former television champ.
Well, it's a jam-packed Miami arena, and it certainly sounds like a jam-packed 3 hours of Nitro this evening on TNT.
During the course of the commercial break, our ring announcer David Penzer announced to the sold-out crowd here what had happened to Randy Savage, and they were in disbelief and in shock as much as we were. We are fans, we are keeping an ear and eye to the situation. We are going to check in with the EMTs as much as possible. We're going to check now with our trainer, I understand, as much as possible and try to get to the bottom of it. And hopefully, I'm not so sure, we have not been told, but maybe we do have some footage about what exactly happened to Randy Savage right before we went on the air. Hopefully, we'll have that footage and be able to bring it to you a little bit later on. But as Booker T gets this one jump-started, the bell is sounded. Booker T, guys, is Mr. Intensity.
Whoa. And you talked about that concentration level of the Disco Inferno. Why would you turn your back on Booker T prior to this matchup? Yes, he was telling Booker T, just turn the belt over to me. Just put the belt right around my waist now. But what a critical error by Disco Inferno in the early going.
Well, how do you know that's what he was saying in there?
Yeah, just by his motions, you can see it.
Oh, what a shot by Booker!
1, 2, and he got a 2 count. That was all, but he goes right back into an armbar, does Booker T.
Grab the armbar, hold Disco down, stop him from dancing. Be easy pickings for Booker. Disco is going to have to use the movement he's got, but not like that.
A look at Booker T. Again, calling out to the fans here, and I tell you guys, is that, Savage goes down here, and like you said, Mike, 13 days away from what he says will give him the leadership, have him run the NWO when, according to Savage, he brings the world title back to the New World Order by defeating Sting. That match, of course, signed for Spring Stampede on April 19th. Amazing, incredible.
I hate to see anybody get hurt, even if it is a NWO member, but Randy Savage, whether you want to think this or not, had whatever, the power to crack the NWO.
Here's a cover here, Larry. I wanted you to finish that thought here. There's a 2 count. Go ahead.
Well, he's got the power to do what Hollywood failed to do, bring back the championship. I mean, you can see the animosities rise. That the New World Order is ready to split down the middle right now as it is. All they're looking for is a leader.
When you're into a situation, and I can tell you this right now, where they are that slow in putting you on a stretcher or on the board or whatever they call that to put you in the ambulance. That is a very, of course, they do it for precaution, so we can't really give you a diagnosis right now, but it seems that it's not a little routine injury. It's pretty serious out there.
But knowing the man Macho Man is, I mean, the people tell him to stay down, he wouldn't listen. He would get up if he could. I don't know if Disco's going to get up.
No, it's just impossible at this point.
But certainly he is back into it right now.
All right, here, at least he's got the right idea. I mean, try to ground Booker, hold on to him, but you can't stay in a hold too long in that position. Booker, big man, he's going to fight out of it just like he is now. Disco just didn't follow up with combinations.
He wants his belt back. Well,
take it.
Young man, it's your chance to get it back. You just can't will it back. You got to win the thing. He puts him now with a scoop slam in the middle turnbuckle. Was that a flip-flop and fly? Up a dome!
What's that?
I don't know what that was.
Whatever it was.
A new Disco move is what it was, and he missed, giving Booker T. He misses Harlem's sidekick that time. There's a gut shot into the midsection. Reversal to the rub. Picks him up. Oh, he pancaked him down. Nicely done. Little spin up by Booker T. And there's the Harlem sidekick.
If Sir Isaac Newton saw Booker T wrestle, he wouldn't believe it.
And the fans want the TV champ to raise the roof, but what about Disco? He rebounds with a shot to the eyes. Tries to pick him up. Boy, Booker T is just so quick. Here comes the scissor kick.
Oh, the boot to the midsection doubled him over, and then he took his head off almost with that scissors or axe kick delivered to the back of the head.
Pick up. Oh! Sidewalk slam.
Oh.
What a smack!
Well, we're going to raise the roof. At least Booker T is motioning to the crowd, heading to the top rope.
Disco tries to get up. Disco now looking for the referee. And he runs into a missile drop kick. Cover 1, 2, he's not going to get up. Booker T is still the world television champ. Wow, what a matchup.
There's an appropriate sign in the background. Well, watch this Booker T roundhouse right across the face and the nose. That hurts, brother. And here again, throws him right in. Watch the snap on it. Just snaps down. The Disco Inferno, his head pops up. And Booker T living proof that whatever goes up may not come down.
Still to come tonight, the Giant, Scott Steiner, the Cruiserweight title will be on the line. The U.S. Heavyweight title on the line. And hopefully an update on the condition of the Macho Man Randy Savage. Suddenly went down here tonight, right before we went on the air. But what's Nitro without the most gorgeous ladies on cable TV? We're talking about the Nitro Girl.
Oh, what a great wide shot that is. That gives you an idea about the capacity, crowd on hand here for Nitro. How about this? Entertainment Tonight is here backstage to do a feature on the success and popularity of Nitro. And what a big part the Nitro girls are.
Boy, I got the craving for a banana.
Gets a little Latin flavor as the Nitro girls come out.
Someone get me a banana.
Shut up. There's Spice, AC Jazz, and Kimberly. The Nitro girls are with us, lighting up the crowd here at the Miami Arena. We're going to be seeing these gorgeous ladies throughout the night here on WCW Monday Nitro. Fans, more to come. We are live, sold out downtown Miami at the arena. This is the one and only Nitro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WCW Monday Nitro live in Miami. Still to come, we hope to get inside and find out exactly what happened before we went on the air tonight to the Macho Man Randy Savage. But I think you cannot deny, Mike, today that there has been friction, and friction is putting it mildly, between Savage and Hogan, and even now with Nash and Hollywood Hogan. Who's on whose side here? The last time we saw things, it appeared to me that Kevin Nash was kind of siding with the Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's certainly the way it looked, Tony. Their problems still remain in the For Life family. Just impossible at this point to draw any conclusions about what happened prior to the Nitro event going on the air as far as Randy Savage is concerned. Let's hope we get an update.
You've always said it, Larry, when you have massive egos like that, you're going to have problems, and they certainly have had theirs.
Yes, the titanic tug of war for power of the New World Order goes on between Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Savage. This is going to be interesting.
Let's take a special look right now.
NWO right now are shaking your hand, smiling in your face, and they want to stab you in the back at a drop of a hat. Take heed to what Macho Man said. Behind you, there may be one, or there may be many waiting to stick a knife in your back. You don't have to worry about me, because I'll shoot you right between the eyes. All I got to say, big man, is at the pay-per-view, you cover my back and I'll cover yours. Then if you've got a problem with me, we can work it out then.
That's what they're going to have to do, cover each other's back at the big pay-per-view spectacular Spring Stampede, where Hollywood Hogan and Kevin Nash will be on opposite sides against Roddy Piper and the Giant in the famed bat match, where a bat will be suspended high above the ring. The first team to secure the bat will be able to use it. Coming up in only 13 days, guys.
Well, you know, teamwork, that's what they have to do. Question is, can they do it? What if Kevin Nash grabs that bat and winds off and knocks Hollywood Hogan with it?
They promised that they're going to set aside their differences that they've had for Spring Stampede.
This is New World Order
That's
promise.
true.
All right, Lenny Lane has made his way to the ring for the next match. Kidman comes in. And before this match gets underway, attention our great fans in the Worcester, Massachusetts area. Our next pay-per-view after Spring Stampede will be Slamboree on Sunday, May 17th. The event will be held live at the Centrum in Worcester. Tickets go on sale this coming Friday at the box office and Ticketmaster. Plus, Gene Okerlund and Kurt Hennig of the Nitro Girls will be at Solomon Pond Mall in Marlboro this Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. So be the first in line to get your tickets for Slamboree. Tickets go on sale this coming Friday at the Centrum box office and Ticketmaster.
You know, I tell you, I look at the faces of all the members in the New World Order, and they all got that used car salesman look. Can you imagine about 10, 12 used car salesmen, but you've only got one used car to sell?
You're not kidding.
Boy, the knives would be flying.
Kidman over the top and hits him with an outside-in guillotine leg drop that time. You know, Kidman, very methodical, but that is still the same person inside of the Billy Kidman that first broke into this sport that was such an up-and-coming star.
What a different exterior, however, to the 22-year-old Billy Kidman of Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Well, you know, that's what happens to the young and the useless. They get frustrated. Kidman, man of talent, but no patience. Couldn't let the time go by. Now he's trying to take a shortcut, hanging out with members of the flock.
Yeah, but, oh boy, jawbreaker by Kidman. Let's not forget, here's a cover here. One, got a one count. Let's not forget what Lenny Lane did, disguised as a, remember that, a Chris Jericho against Dean Malenko. Malenko thought he'd won the Cruiserweight belt, but then it was really Lenny Lane. And then, of course, Lenny Lane looked for some money or a little bit of payback from Jericho and got pounded, got beat up by the Cruiserweight champ. Yeah, that is a pass. A Jericho payback is what it is.
Well, Lenny Lane was part of that ruse, but obviously he didn't get the payoff from Chris Jericho. Who would trust Jericho anyway?
Yeah, who would ever do that for Jericho's right? Pay me up front. I'm going to do anything for Jericho.
Well, you'd be surprised what some of these guys will do to try to get a break, to try to get in the limelight, get a chance. And a guy like Jericho could tell some of these guys that, oh, I can give you a show. Oh, nice move.
Got him off of the round. 1, 2, and
oh, excellent counter into the power slam by Lenny Lane for the 2 count.
Well, that's a great point. A lot of these young men who are just starting in this sport will do anything to get a break, and thus will believe anything a shyster like Jericho will say.
You could sell him a used car for twice the price.
But a good move by Lenny Lane. Bulldog, give 1, 2, and Kidman just barely got the left shoulder up in time, guys.
Lenny Lane motions that he's headed to the top for a high-risk move. Taking an awful lot of time.
Perched on the top. Boy, oh boy, great flying body attack from the top. 1, 2. That time he hooked both legs, but still could not keep Kidman down. And Kidman kicked out because of his great leg strength that he has, guys.
Well, he's a small guy. I mean, he can squirm out of a lot of situations big men can't, and you gotta even hook it's harder to hook a smaller guy than it is a big guy.
And he picks up Lenny Lane and drives him down with a version of the sidewalk slam. Kidman is going to go up top. If he uses it, it used to be called the Northern Lights, right?
The shooting
Or
star press, rather. He
And
called, yeah, the 7-year itch
the
now.
7-year itch is what he calls the thing. Holy smokes. 7-year itch. So go ahead and scratch for us here.
There you go. You asked for it. You got it.
Almost on cue, right?
Now wash your hair.
Do something. I tell you can't deny. It's a great athlete in there. Kidman is your winner. Fans, hopefully an update on the Macho Man Randy Savage when we come back.
All right, we are back in Miami, ladies and gentlemen, at the Miami Arena. It was a beautiful, beautiful day here, beautiful spring day, as it was over much of the country. But I got to tell you, it's something a little bit different down here with the spring breakers and all. I know all about it. I was out there with the loincloth and copper tone. I couldn't believe it. Hey, attention hotline fans. Tonight, Mike Tenay with his comprehensive report that includes a scouting mission by officials from World Championship Wrestling outside the territorial United States. It's very interesting, something you need to know. So pick up the phone right now and call Mike Tenay at 1-900-909-9900. That's 1-900-909-9900. It's $1.69 a minute. Kids, check with mom and dad before you make the telephone call. James Dillon, J.J. Dillon, who is the chairman of the executive committee. Welcome to the sun and fun capital of the world here in Miami Beach. We saw at the outset of this television program what I think was an absolute travesty involving the Macho Man Randy Savage. I want an update from you, sir. What is his condition? What's the score?
Well, Gene, I'm afraid we've got more questions than we have answers right at the moment. We were able to get a camera back there, which you saw live. Randy Savage was on the ground. There was some additional tape being shot, but we're not at liberty to air that just yet because there is a full ongoing investigation. We do not know the full extent of Savage's injuries at this point. I was concerned because he was there on the ground for so long, but I think the EMT personnel were just showing extra caution.
All right, my gut feeling, it is more than just a passing injury. I think this is something very serious, but I guess the thing that right now is in everybody's mind, how would that affect the main event at Spring Stampede for the WCW heavyweight title with Savage challenging Sting?
Gene, I think it's premature to even talk about that till we know the full extent of Savage's injuries. He's shown to be very resilient over the years, and I know this is an opportunity he's been waiting for. I'm more interested at this point of finding out who's responsible for what took place, get to the bottom of it, then we'll deal with the other issue.
Will you make one promise to me, Mr. Dillon?
Yes, sir.
If anything new crops up, please advise me as quickly as possible so we can pass the information along.
Absolutely, Gene.
Thank you, James Dillon. We got a hot one here in Miami tonight. Let's get you back to more exciting action.
Now, interesting, the comments from James J. Dillon saying that we do have additional footage, but we are going to wait, investigate, and find out all the answers before we can release that footage.
Well, you can't blame him for that, and a good point made by J.J. Dillon about Savage being so resilient. Might be able to bounce back. Well, who really knows? Who can draw that conclusion until we officially know the extent of the injury?
Well, you don't want to run around with your foot in your mouth. You look like Bischoff. But being resilient over the years is one thing, but the years take its toll. And if Savage would have acted like half the man he is, he wouldn't have joined the New World Order in the first place.
All good points, Larry, but the fact is he did, and the fact is this has happened to him, and who knows why? Well, the crowd erupts here as they hear the music of the NWO.
But they're not erupting, they're leaving. Turn off the stupid music.
We can't be stopped. Battle Champions forever. Star Hawk, all of like these double.
Conan and Vincent together come out, and Conan will square off against Norman Smiley in this one-on-one matchup here on WCW Monday Nitro.
There's a couple of guys that would never think of stabbing anybody in the back.
No, that's all they think about. As a matter of fact, they would stab each other in the back, given half the chance. And that's the paranoia that's running through the NWO amidst this power struggle that we saw just moments ago in our video feature here on Nitro.
Well, Conan and Norman Smiley, certainly no strangers to each other. They've been tag partners in the past. They've been rivals. Norman Smiley, very experienced in so many varied styles. He was born in England, currently lives in Mexico City. He can certainly wrestle the lucha libre style, the European style, even submission techniques. Should be a very even matchup here against Conan.
Yeah, but don't forget, Smiley's got to keep his eye on Vincent standing out there. That's two jobs in one right there.
Slowly back to the corner now as Konnan tries to.
Can you wrestle with jewelry on? Just choke him with it.
This is almost a homecoming for Konnan, originally from the Miami area, of Cuban descent, and of course turned himself into the #1 star professional wrestling-wise in Mexico. Quite an accomplishment.
No wonder I can't talk to anybody down here.
Oh, look at this, would you?
There you go.
Now, of course,
he pulled his head.
Stop it. Konnan, obviously a member of the NWO, and you know, you heard the comments on our video package from Kevin Nash, and those were the same comments that Savage had said, you know, earlier back on an edition of Thunder when we were in Columbus, Ohio, about so many people wanting to stab Hollywood Hogan in the back. And when you mention that to Hogan, you notice how his expression, his demeanor completely changes.
He's probably going down the checklist, wondering who he was talking about, running names through his mind.
Yep, Smiley isn't smiling. See, that's what Smiley's got to watch out for. He's got it.
Front face lock, front chancery, if you will, across the bottom rope. You know, I've talked about so many of the great title matches coming up in tonight's program. Diamond Dallas will defend the U.S. heavyweight title tonight. Chris Jericho, the cruiserweight belt. Oh, we have seen the TV belt on the line. There are also, fans, is our big feature bout in hour number 3, where the world title will be contested. Now, I was handed this note for our hour 3 main event, and this one is going to knock you completely off your chair. Are you ready for this?
Sting's going to defend the world's title tonight?
Tonight. And guess who it's going to be against on this program?
Tell us.
Kevin Nash of the NWO. WCW officials
for the title
have signed this one for the title tonight. You know, each and every time we come out to Nitro, I keep thinking, what great match are they going to sign? And they top themselves, the championship committee, each and every week with such great matches. World title on the line. And
what an opportunity for Nash to split the New World Order down the middle.
Yeah, let's say if Kevin Nash wins the world title. Okay, how is that going to impact what happens at Spring Stampede? And what about the injury to the Macho Man Randy Savage? How's that going to impact Spring Stampede? Just when you think you have all the answers, there are more questions piled upon you each and every week.
Wonder what Hollywood Hogan thinks about Kevin Nash getting that title shot.
Oh boy, hey, how about that? And we understand Hollywood Hogan is in the building somewhere. Roddy Piper's in the building somewhere. You know the Giant's going to face Scott Steiner a little bit later on. Miami is going to just light up here tonight, guys, with Sting and Kevin Nash for the world title. Look at this.
Well, Konnan knows how to hurt you in that ring. Look at where he's got his ankle across the back of the neck of Smiley, pulling up on the Smiley's ankle with a lot of pressure on the small of the back. Smiley is not feeling good.
Driving the shin across the head, stepping on one arm, pulling back the other arm. As Konnan is back on the attack once again, sending Norman Smiley in to the ropes. Leapfrog goes Konnan. Konnan hucks him. Oh my goodness!
Oh, dropped him on his head with the cradle DDT.
Did he ever?
Ow.
That's always a prelude to that Tequila Sunrise submission hold of his, and here it is. And quickly Norman Smiley taps out.
Can you blame him?
Not at all. I'm amazed that he has the presence of mind to even tap on the mat here. So a win for the New World Order in this matchup here on WCW Monday Nitro. And later on tonight, a member of the NWO in the persona of the big, sexy giant killer, as he calls himself, Kevin Nash, against Sting for the world title. That's all still to come here, and hopefully a condition update on the Macho Man Randy Savage, and maybe we'll see the footage that JJ talked about early on.
Smiley had a hard time here. He had to keep his eyes on Vincent. And right there, Konnan caught him, hooked him, turned him upside down, dropped him right smack on his neck. I'm surprised Smiley was conscious, but he had enough left in the tap out. That was the smart thing to do.
So a big win for the New World Order. And ladies and gentlemen, as we first went on the air tonight, we were all shocked with this scene. Ambulances arriving to the Miami arena. The Macho Man was finally put on a stretcher, we understand. And this happened just moments ago. They took a long time, almost 20, 30 minutes to get this done. Was put in the ambulance and taken away to a local hospital. Hopefully, an update on the condition of Randy Savage still to come tonight. The Nitro Girls are back with us here on WCW Monday Nitro, and it gives us a chance to let you know that this coming Saturday, April 11th, is going to be a gigantic day in Kansas City, because at the Kemper Arena, WCW Monday Nitro is going to come rolling into town on Monday, May 11th. Tickets will go on sale this coming Saturday, the 11th of April, at the Kemper Arena box office, and all Ticketmaster locations, plus Bobby the Brain Heenan. The Nitro Girls will be at the Hen House Market on Northeast Rice Road in Lee Summit, Saturday from 10 to noon. Yes, there's going to be a weasel in the Hen House that day. That's going to be, of course, in Kansas City from 2 to 4 p.m. also. They're going to be at Parallels in Kansas City that day when tickets go on sale. So the Nitro Girls out with us, and it's a chance for us to go on the road with Starburst Fruit Chews.
Join us all for Thunder in Tallahassee this coming Thursday night. Get your tickets in advance. The Starburst Fruit Chews Road Report. Need a boost? Give it some juice.
Our Starburst Fruit Chews Road Report as WCW is on the road. Well, fans, we want to take you back now to WCW Monday Nitro. It just happened 1 week ago. And as we're going to show you that footage as the entrance of this next match comes into play here. It's going to be a match for the U.S. Heavyweight title between Diamond Dallas Page and Buff Bagwell. Here's what happened a week ago. Remember? Diamond Dallas comes into the arena. He is looking for Raven. He chases Raven all the way out of the arena. You remember that? I mean, right near our broadcast location. And that gave Buff Bagwell a count-out win. And of course, DDP thus came over to our broadcast location to discuss Raven and the fact that Raven had his U.S. Heavyweight title belt. Well, Raven may still have the belt, but it's going to be DDP to defend the belt here tonight against Buff Bagwell live on Nitro.
Raven has the championship belt, but Diamond Dallas Page remains the United States heavyweight champion.
Now here comes Buff Bagwell of the NWO. As he says, Buff.
Buff Daddy has got a new mustache!
I've seen a lot of buff guys laying flat on their backs, counting the lights in the ceiling.
Buff is the stuff. That's his catchphrase. Gonna have to prove it here against one DDP. A Diamond Dallas Page who 1 week ago on this program, immediately following the fact that he chased Raven away, really poured his heart out to the fans. And certainly here's a champion that we can all identify with, because Diamond Dallas Page has reached his pinnacle because of hard work, determination, perseverance, all the attributes that go into making a great champion. And that's why the fans erupt and the fans love him wherever he goes, the one and only DDP.
That certainly was an emotional moment with Diamond Dallas Page, almost an outpouring. Very emotional on the part of DDP, just exemplifying with that work ethic that he is not only the U.S. champion, but he's the people's champion as well. There's the sign of the Diamond Cut.
Well, I tell you, people respect people that earned what they have, that got there the hard way, that didn't grow up with a silver spoon in mouth. And Diamond Dallas Page is a perfect example of getting what you deserve when you earn it.
The hardest working man in professional wrestling. You combine the hours that he puts in at the power plant. You combine the hours that he spends studying videotapes, and no one has the work ethic of DDP.
All right, look on the other side of the spectrum now. Now, you can't deny that Bagwell has this magnificent body because he's worked very hard to look this way. But Bagwell came from a very prominent family in the Atlanta, Georgia, Marietta, Georgia area. And certainly Buff Bagwell, born into this family, and now part of the NWO, is taking a much different road.
Well, Mommy and Daddy can't help little Buffy out right here. In fact, the guys with the best bodies usually are the worst wrestlers because they spend so much time with the dumbbells, they don't have enough time to practice the scientific techniques.
He loves to showboat, and he's going to pose for us here. Bagwell with a massive arm drag takedown.
How sweet that was.
Boy, he's got that face you just want to punch.
Yeah, you look at him and you just want to say, shut up and wrestle, please.
Put him asleep.
A side headlock by the champ, DDP in. Runs right over Buff Bagwell, how about that? Look at the face now of Bagwell.
Yeah, Bagwell's not so cocky, but Diamond's got to stay on him. 2 combinations, Diamond, combinations.
And now
Please believe anything.
Bagwell claims that Page hit him in the face with a clenched fist.
Good.
Yeah, good is right. Hit him again. Now the full arm dragon twists from Diamond Dallas Page. Drives the shoulders into the point of the shoulder from Buff Bagwell. Side headlock again. And fans, we are keeping very close watch on Randy Savage. Have not heard anything on his condition. Do not know about the severity of it, nor what happened to him. But we're going to keep you abreast of that tonight. As DDP hauled off, and I mean leveled Bagwell. Bagwell holds his ground, sent him to the ropes.
That's why you can't wait. Bagwell's in good shape.
You're not kidding me, he is.
He can rebound quick, good endurance, like a swinging neck breaker. Bagwell's still getting up.
Went for the diamond cutter that time, guys.
A little too quick.
And Bagwell just backed up into the top turnbuckle, into the ropes. And I believe, although it was very, very quick, that may have been a low blow right there. It stopped DDP in his tracks, and then head first to the top turnbuckle.
See, he dropped him. Diamond Dallas, got to beware. Bagwell's in good shape. Boy, he got nailed. Get up, Diamond.
Just incredible impact from both men with the clotheslines, let alone all the other moves in this U.S. title matchup.
Buff Bagwell could secure the U.S. title with a win here on Nitro. Here's lateral press, hook
Get
in a
out
far
of there.
leg.
Don't even think that.
Well, he could, and then, of course, later tonight, Kevin Nash, the big 7-foot man, the big sexy giant killer, as he calls himself, will go up against Sting for the World Heavyweight title in our feature bout later on in this 3-hour edition of Nitro, live from Miami. Now look at this. Why would anyone, knowing the perseverance and the determination of DDP, have a nonchalant, arrogant cover like that?
Well, I mean, it's obvious the New World Order got to Bagwell. They took a guy with some ability.
Cover again.
No patience, and brainwashed him. Has him believing that he's something much better than he is, only with, of course, being a unit, one of the Robitaille sheep of the New World Order. Another one of the soulless goofs.
Bagwell, reverse chinlock applied, or if you will, maybe a side headlock, and there's some back elbows from DDP. He ducked, gut shot. DDP's gonna pick him up. Oh, Bagwell, nice move by Bagwell, and he sends him down, swinging neck breaker. Buff Bagwell thinks it's over. 1, 2, and he did. Oh boy, that was very close.
Boy, that was close.
And I think Bagwell may have a case here. That one was.
It was just 2.5.
Rolled out by DDP. 1, 2.
Okay, so we'll start with.
That concentration lapse almost backfired on Bagwell.
Right hand, left hand, combination blows, pick up, inverted atomic drop by DDP. Oh, levels him again with a lariat. And Page gets fired up again.
You keep going, don't stop. Don't do what Bagwell did. Bagwell got frustrated.
Pancaked him.
Page! Hey, Page!
What's that?
Who's in my
Page!
headset?
Somebody screaming.
What about me, Page?
Oh, we know who that is.
Raven! I'm up here, Page!
Not now!
You want me?
Get
I'm
Bagwell!
up here. Come on, Page!
Put the duck. There he is as our cameras pick him
This
up.
way, Page! Come on!
He's way up.
Get me, Page!
He's under
You're on
Diamond
my
skin
belt.
too much.
Come on, Page!
Up above the mezzanine, around the mezzanine level here. And we've got Billy Silverman's making a count. He's up to 7 now. Page has just completely turned his back. There you see him on the left of your screen. Billy Silverman's asking for the bell, and Buff Bagwell is going to be the winner, although he will not win the U.S. title by a countout. Let's get the official word from David Pinzer if we can.
As a result of a countout, Buff Bagwell.
There it's and Buff's got the mic.
Every week I've came out here and seen Raven
and Dallas Page cried over that U.S. title. You go give me that belt right now. I'm the U.S. champion.
No, you're no more
and
the
you
U.S.
know it.
He's no more the
Go
U.S.
get
champion
it.
than Raven is.
Well, he's talking to a wall.
Where's it at? Where's the belt at?
I think it might be. Tell him it's behind him, Dave.
You get the belt. Yeah!
Oh, yeah!
He don't need it now.
When he wakes up, he still won't have the U.S. belt.
There's the U.S. champion.
You're not kidding, it is.
Hey, Raven's really gotten under the skin of Diamond Dallas Page, and he's got to watch that.
There'll be no running for Raven on the 19th of April. He'll be in the ring against DDP with the U.S. title on the line. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we still have 2 solid hours to go. That's exactly right of WCW Monday Nitro. A lot going on here this week, and I mean in and out of the arena this week. Still to come tonight, Sting will defend the world title against Big Sexy the Giant Killer, Kevin Nash. Plus a whole lot more live on WCW Monday Nitro. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with our second hour. Tony Schiavone, Mike Tenay, and the living legend Larry Zbyszko. We began hour number 1. We opened up the program seeing the Macho Man Randy Savage down outside of the arena. We weren't so sure what happened. We could not speculate. But as you heard from James J. Dillon just a few moments ago, we did have some footage, hopefully, that would show you maybe a little bit of what had transpired, what happened to Randy Savage outside of the arena. All right, we're ready to go to the footage. Let's take you outside of the Miami Arena. Now, as you can see right now, a car is squealing away as Randy Savage rolled out of the way of that car.
NWO business. This is NWO business. Back off.
A red Viper, is that what it was? Maybe someone says that was a red Viper, and you saw Vincent, and who was that with Vincent? That was very quick.
That was the Disciple, wasn't
That
it?
was the Disciple. And now you see Elizabeth coming to the aid. There's Doug Dillinger and other members of security.
Not so much now, is he?
Hey, wait.
Did you do this?
Just grabbed her.
Are you crazy?
The Disciple grabbed Elizabeth and very, very clearly said, he's not so macho now, is he?
And I also heard somebody say this is NWO business.
Vincent said that.
For life.
Something's fishy here.
Well, that's Hollywood Hogan's music.
Well, someone took off in a Viper. I know they look like I've got one, but that wasn't mine.
Well, that can't be yours. Yours is black, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hollywood Hogan is here. And amazingly enough, oddly enough, maybe coincidence, maybe not, the Disciple was standing there as well. NWO business, maybe so. But we still do not have any word on the condition of Randy Savage. There's the Disciple. There's Hennigan Rude.
Just a bunch of pretty faces.
You think some of those faces are pretty?
I'm saying it sarcastically. They look like a bunch of backstabbers to me.
You know, something that's that serious, that occurs outside of the wrestling arena, outside of the ring, outside of the norm. We don't like to speculate, and we shouldn't, because we're talking about what could be a very serious injury and what could be out of the hands of WCW officials or wrestling officials, so we don't want to speculate as to what happened, but I really think that the Viper squealing away like that, to me, didn't really show us anything.
Hear ye, brothers.
But when we saw the Disciple, that's something different.
And he grabbed Elizabeth.
Well, as I would like to acknowledge one of the brothers of the Brotherhood from the NWO. As far as my man Scott Hall goes, we ain't gonna take no survey tonight, brothers, because this is NWO country, brother.
I don't think so.
Now, to set the record straight, I want to apologize to all my NWOites. I got caught in traffic, and oh yeah, I was bumper to bumper, and I hit a couple speed bumps on the way in. But Hollywood's here, so feast your eyes, get an eyeful, because I'm here, man. And check it out, me and the NWO are here. Now, the first thing we have to talk about is family business. And my giant, Kevin Nash, we're gonna destroy Roddy Piper in the WCW Giant in the pay-per-view. And as far as all the controversy, all the low-life slimes trying to stir it up between me and Big Kev, we're like brothers. We're like one. And tonight, when he beats Sting for the NWO title, he's gonna bring the belt back to Hollywood and back to the family. That's what's going on tonight. Because when you're with the NWO, you're with the NWO for life.
Or at least a couple weeks.
Now, as you can see here, there is no power struggle. There is no hostile takeover, simply because Macho Man never was part of the plan, brother. And after tonight, when Big Kev beats Sting, the NWO is going to be back on track. But there's going to be one thing left that the NWO is going to have to do. Is at the pay-per-view, myself and Big Kev have got to kill two dirty birds with one stone. Roddy Piper and that big stinky wart-infested giant signed their names on a dotted line for a bat match. Well, you know something, my friends? Hollywood and Kevin Nash, all we do is swing for the fences. All we do is hit home runs. So with Macho out of the picture, Stinger out of the picture after tonight, me and Big Kev are gonna focus body, mind, and soul on the pay-per-view, and we're gonna knock Roddy Piper and that big stinky giant all the way out of the park with that bat. Because when you're with the NWO and all the brothers here, it's just too sweet.
Very interesting things he said. I don't want to read too much into them, but I can read one thing into this. He said that tonight, Big Sexy, the Giant Killer, Kevin Nash is going to win the world title and bring it back to him in the NWO. Did you understand him to say that?
I wonder if Kevin Nash understands that.
NWO worships the ground you walk on. When you got the disciple keeping everybody from
that man, the disciple.
The apocalypse is the end of the world. Me and Big Kevin, the disciple, we're gonna rule the NWO. Big Scott Hall, this is for life, brother.
Yeah, where's Scott Hall when you don't need him?
The disciple was there, as you saw when the car sped away. What was that all about? NWO business? The countdown to Goldberg, and a hammer of Raven's Flock makes his way out as the action continues here on WCW Monday Nitro. Very interesting comments from Hollywood Hogan moments ago. Can you read between the lines? I don't know.
There's a whole dictionary between the lines.
But they're standing as one here at the arena in Miami as Goldberg will make his arrival here at Nitro once again. Give us the tally mark here, Mike Tenay.
Well, for those of you scoring at home with us, the streak is intact. 68 consecutive victories and counting.
slow walk out. And, you know, it seems to me, Mike, that he comes out so calm. Larry, you can agree with this, I hope. So collected. But when the pyro goes off, it almost jump-starts him. And all of a sudden, there's a maniac making his way to the ring.
We scared a bejeeber out of him, but Goldberg, one of the most impressive men I've seen in years. Talk about an intrepid individual. This man knows no fear. Look at his eyes. He is ready. And Bill Goldberg, he's going to be the force of the next millennium.
I don't think there is any question of that. He stares into the soul of Hammer, and the two big men hook it up here.
The soulless Hammer.
Hammer sidestepped him that time. Good go behind, pushed him out of the way. I don't know if that was trying to show up Goldberg or not, but Hammer gets slung down for his efforts that time.
Certainly in terms of size, we're looking at a pretty even matchup, especially height-wise, although I would suspect that Goldberg has quite a power advantage over this member of Raven's flock.
Well, not just power. Goldberg is just so explosive over anybody's flock.
Into the side headlock to the ropes. He hooked and stopped. That heel attempt that time. And Goldberg just not only too powerful, just so agile. Runs right through Hammer.
That was good science, too. Used his legs. Nice fireman's carry. Just stayed inverted, dumped him. He knows how to get under the man and use his balance.
Jawbreaker, and a good move it was by Hammer. Gonna pick him up again. Oh! Great move by the big man Hammer, and it really stunned this crowd here. Oh my goodness.
Well, I don't think it stunned Goldberg that much. He's getting up.
Maybe just momentarily.
Goldberg!
Caught him with the spear as Hammer tried to come off the middle rope, and it looks like it may be time for the jackhammer.
The big spear over the rope. Here he goes again. Another man has been hammered down. Jackhammered down by Goldberg.
And Hammer becomes victim number 69.
Look, he's daring the entire flock to come on in again. And quickly they scatter as Goldberg goes to the apron of the floor.
Well, they're not even messing with Goldberg anymore.
No one messes with Goldberg anymore. Here it is again.
But take a look here. Hammer tried to run, and nobody runs over Bill Goldberg. And as he gets up, looks at the flock. Watch this. Right in midair, he just nails him. Bam! Down he goes, and the intrepid Goldberg chalks up victory number
69.
You said it.
Your winner is Goldberg again, 69-0. The streak continues here on WCW Monday Nitro. And still to come here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Sting will defend the world title against Kevin Nash of the NWO. Look at that, we are back live in the ring.
It looks to me like Hammer embarrassed the flock or something.
Is that it?
I don't know.
The rings of Saturn put on Hammer by
figure out these
Saturn,
idiots.
and he goes to it again.
He's not done, putting it on a second time.
Is this a he
Uh-oh,
shoves
problems
Kidman.
within the flock.
Is this what happens when you lose? Back with more live on Nitro. Don't you dare go away. That's crazy. Welcome back to Nitro. We're joined by Bobby the Brain Heenan as the Nitro girls come out to...
Oh, yeah.
Hello there, Whisper. Where was I here? Oh, okay, as the Nitro girls come out, I want to let you know that WCW Monday Nitro is coming to Providence, Rhode Island on Monday, May 18th at the Civic Center. Tickets will go on sale this Saturday, the 11th, at the box office and Ticketmaster. Mean Gene will be at the Warwick Mall Saturday from noon to 1:30. Along with the Nitro girls, we understand Kurt Hennig of the NWO will be there as well. So get your tickets as Nitro comes to Providence, Rhode Island, Monday, May 18th at the Providence Civic Center. Hello, Nitro girls. Well, we got a lot going on here tonight. Brain, I tell you, shocking developments with the Macho Man. And as you know, Hollywood Hogan came out. We saw the Disciple out there. We don't want to read too much into it, but it doesn't look good for Randy Savage right now.
No, not at all.
Let's go to Gene Okerlund.
All right, Tony, I thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Miami, we're about to, excuse the expression, turn up the heat just a little bit hot hotter as I introduce the icon, ladies and gentlemen, Rowdy Piper.
You're not kidding. How much more can you turn the heat up on what has happened here tonight?
Well, you know, when Piper arrives at Nitro, things seem to happen. Major developments occur, and Roddy is on the scene.
They're standing in Miami.
You never know what's going to happen when Piper walks the aisle.
Miami loves Roddy Piper. You can echo that in arenas everywhere around the world. It's the last man I would want to have across the ring from me with a bat in his hand.
Oh, or the Giant.
Or both of them at the same time. Like Hollywood Hogan and Kevin Nash are going to find out at Spring Stampede.
I wonder what Piper's going to have to say about this Randy Savage incident. Remember, he still has the authority to make matches, and he has.
Giving that man authority is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, but it's been good for wrestling fans.
Yes.
All kinds of possibilities can happen when you put a bat and four guys, one with no braids, all together. Nash and Hogan coming down there. If you think they're getting along, brother, you're nuts. With any kind of luck, we can stand back, watch each one of them take a bat and beat each other to a pulp until there's nothing left of each other. There's more possibilities in this match than Clinton's got girlfriends.
Wow, that's a lot.
More stuff going on. When I saw what Hogan did to Savage, I could care one way or the other with Savage, but Hogan, you've taken it to the extreme. You know, with that bald head of Hogan, what's nice about the bat match, when we hit him on the head, you'll be able to see the bumps come up.
I know about that.
What you did to Randy Savage is way far beyond, into the outer limits. You want to go into the outer limits, Hogan? Then I ain't waiting for Spring Stampede. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you here tonight. I'm coming after you in Minneapolis.
Uh-oh.
I'm coming eye to eye with you, Hogan, because there ain't room enough in this sport for both of us. And by the time I get through with you, Hollywood Hogan, you'll be auditioning for RuPaul.
All right, I find it very interesting, the very candid comments here tonight of one Roddy Piper. He's got a couple of very busy weeks. Did you hear? Next week he's got his eye on Hogan. He's got his eye on him here tonight. And certainly he's got him in that big tag team bout coming up at Spring Stampede. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in South Florida. This is Nitro. We are live, and we're going to be right back. Don't go away.
Welcome back, fans. WCW Monday Nitro is back, and it's on the air. Very interesting comments from Roddy Piper, who mentioned about wanting Hogan being here, next week when we're at the Target Center in Minneapolis next Monday for WCW Monday Nitro. And let's call it as we see it. He actually blamed Hollywood Hogan for what happened to Savage here tonight.
Well, maybe Roddy Piper just shed a little insight into that situation. He was backstage. Maybe he either saw what happened, or maybe someone gave word to Piper.
Hogan's the reason for everything that's happening. You know that, I know that, and we all know that. Somebody walks 5 blocks from here and falls and slips on a piece of ice because Hogan dropped it. Hogan's responsible for everything, and I put him to blame.
It was one of the most shocking and revealing, I guess at first non-revealing things that we'd ever seen, with Savage going down and Savage being helped out, being taken away by a rescue squad here prior to us going on the air, and then of course, well, taking a long time to finally get him into that ambulance.
Chavo, come here, my boy, come here. Now there is something that I need to bring to your attention, okay? Last night, Grandma called me practically crying. You know why? They did not let her into the potluck club last night. I'm serious, they even returned her pot of menudo, which is so great. You know why? because they told her that they don't admit grandmas who are the grandmothers of grandsons who are losers. That's not all. I just got off the phone with Uncle Mando, and he's fuming right now because he got kicked out of the Lowrider Club because his nephew is a loser. Now well, you and I know that I'm not gonna gain nothing in my career by defeating the Ultimate Dragon. But on another hand, you could get a lot of experience tonight by beating him. Wait. Those are minor details about your clothes and all that. If anything, this is gonna give you an opportunity to make amends with Grandma and Mando. So, what I want you to do is apologize to Grandma again, okay? And tell Grandma that you're gonna do your best.
Do I have to say that?
Yes, you have to say it if you're a man of your word. Now apologize to Grandma and tell her you're gonna do your best.
I'm sorry, Grandma, and I'll do my best.
Mamá, va a tratar de hacer lo mejor.
Can you believe? I mean,
What
great news.
He's not ready to wrestle. He's not prepared.
What great news.
what do you mean great news?
Well, if he beats the Ultimo Dragon, then next week Grandma can bring her pot of menudo to dinner. You have to sit in the car and eat it with a spoon.
Oh, stop it, Brain. The
Or a
Ultimo
rake.
Dragon was supposed, it was right here on our rundown here tonight to face Eddie Guerrero. Chavo Jr. has jeans and basically street clothes on, and because of the agreement has to do what Eddie says, he's going to have to wrestle.
So you're trying to imply to the people out there that maybe Eddie pulled out because he doesn't want to really wrestle this man.
He's got tennis shoes on. He's got running shoes on. Doesn't he? Well,
he's got to fight his battles for him.
That's right. He's got to fight the battles for Eddie Guerrero. It's what he's doing here.
Just do it and shut up.
Well, he is. Chavo Jr. not expecting to wrestle, but will go in against the Ultimo Dragon. It almost seems to me that Eddie is trying to set this young man up for losing matches. Now, of course, certainly Chavo has the ability to beat the Ultimo Dragon here, but to have him come into matches unprepared like that against a former J-Crown champion, a former cruiserweight champ of the world.
Well, of course, if you listen to Eddie Guerrero, he just claims that he's trying to toughen him up. We certainly don't buy that.
That's a great move right there by Chavo Jr.
Well, it is very hard when you didn't plan to wrestle an evening. Then you're thrown into a match, especially with a man like the Dragon. You're really not prepared, and you're not warm. You probably didn't do anything in the dressing room, no stretching or anything, so he's at a disadvantage here.
On this big night, where later on tonight, Sting, the World Heavyweight Champion, will defend the belt on this program live from Miami against Big Sexy, the Giant Killer, the self-proclaimed Giant Killer, Kevin Nash of the NWO. And whoa, what implications it would be should Kevin Nash win the world title here tonight. You heard what Hollywood Hogan said. He feels he will, and he feels he'll bring the belt back to Hogan in the NWO. What did that mean? I mean, we have seen the problems, the power struggle within the NWO. Certainly the man who's the world champion would have the most power within the New World Order. That could be Kevin Nash here tonight.
Hey, Guerrero's doing very good here.
Here's a cover. You're right, he has one. Got a 1 count.
Well, he knows enough. He's got to stay on the man. He's got to keep him grounded.
Compared to Eddie, he is just in the formative years of his great wrestling career. And Chavo Jr. is going to go a long, long way in this sport. And I really don't think you can measure his success in wins and losses, especially early on in his career. So I think a good showing here tonight would prove to everyone how much of a man he is, not necessarily winning or losing, Mike.
Well, I think he proved to everyone what a man he is by just the fact that he's maintained his word. What he originally agreed to. Here's the quick cover by Chavo. Legs hook, gets just a 2 count.
Well, he has to keep his word, or Grandma Hermanudo will be out in the parking lot again.
Would you stop with that, fans? As we inch closer now to Spring Stampede, as you know, Sting is scheduled to defend the world title against the Macho Man Randy Savage. A lot of questions about the condition of Savage now. A lot of questions about what would happen should Kevin Nash win the world title. And that all comes into play as we are a mere 13 days away from the major. Devil 1, 2.
Oh.
A roll up the other way by the Dragon. No, forward roll. Got out of that for Chavo Jr.
The Dragon would have had him when he rolled him up there if he'd have hooked his pockets.
Nice gut wrench takeover that time. Hooked his pockets. There's a new one.
Well, he's the one wrestling with pockets.
Yes, well, he didn't want to, now did he?
Not my fault.
What is Eddie Guerrero, doing with that towel over his head?
He's embarrassed.
Is that what he is?
I think he's embarrassed because of the tail kicking that his nephew's getting.
Well, good. If he's so embarrassed, why doesn't he stay home next time?
Well, this hasn't been a tail kicking. It's been a very representative showing by Chavo Guerrero Jr.
And I agree with you too, Mike. You know I always do. But I just have to go by what I see and what I think Eddie's trying to relay. But Mike, you're 100% right, as usual. What a dirty.
Oh, dropping down.
You don't even let him in McDonald's. He knows the secret recipe.
Got a 2 count. Listen, you two going to argue.
He knows where Hoff is at.
Stop it. To the top. Eddie's going to try that. Or Chavo, that tornado DDT. He could have won the match. Shrugged off by the Dragon. The Mahistral Cradle. But
Chavo quickly to his feet.
He sure got out of it. He sure did. Look at Chavo pounding for all he's worth. He has come to fight here, guys. Tries maybe to pick him up. Dragon sleeper.
No way to avoid that.
You're not kidding. Good effort, but it's over.
Don't make any menudo this week, Grandma.
The Ultimo Dragon defeats Chavo Jr. And for a young man, not even expecting to wrestle, I think it was a darn good showing.
Excellent.
Second year as a pro. You're right, in spite of all those negatives going in, what a great effort by Chavo Jr., even in defeat.
Yeah, the only negatives are standing at ringside are now getting in the ring.
Oh, watch this.
That's one big negative in Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, now he's browbeating him. This is just humiliating.
He may be drying him with that towel.
Oh, is that what you think it is? This is sick.
No more menudo.
Back with more after this. La, 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 la.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's right. The Nitro girls come out once again here on WCW Monday Nitro, the nation's, the world's #1 wrestling program. It gives us a chance to let you know that we're going to be coming to Indianapolis at the Market Square Arena for WCW Monday Nitro on Monday, May 4th. Got a very special starting time for you local fans locally in Indianapolis. Check that starting time. Tickets are available at the Market Square Arena box office and all Ticketmaster locations. And this coming Thursday, Thunder returns to TBS. After a one-week hiatus, we're going to be back this Thursday for Thunder on TBS. The event will originate from the Leon County Civic Center in Tallahassee, Florida. Tickets available at the box office and all Ticketmaster locations. And we want to see your Nitro party on those videotapes. Send the videotapes of your Nitro party to 1 CNN Center, P.O. Box 60, Atlanta, 30303. Tapes will not be returned, and we'll give our winners each week a Nitro party pack to plan your very next Nitro party. And as you know, we'll be at the Leon County Civic Center for Thunder this coming Thursday. And of course, that's the home of Florida State University. All right, fans, we are now going to take you to Dean Malenko. And let's listen to a part of that interview, a very troubling interview with Gene Okerlund and Dean Malenko as it aired in Uncensored last month.
Dean Malenko. Everybody thought coming into this match here tonight that you were going to beat Chris Jericho. I talked to people in Las Vegas, Nevada. The odds makers even picked you to win tonight, but you didn't.
Look at him.
Dean Malenko, I've known you since you've been a young man. I knew your great father that preceded you in this tremendous sport before you. Dean Malenko, this is a match that you should have won tonight, and you didn't. Dean Malenko, you are 0 for 4 in WCW mega events. I'm going to go back to Starrcade. I'm going to call you on the carpet. You didn't win at Starrcade. You didn't win at Sold Out. You didn't win at Super Brawl, and you didn't win here tonight. Now you are a bona fide loser.
Holy smokes.
Where does Dean Malenko go from here?
Home.
That was the last time we saw Dean Malenko in the ring. It happened at Uncensored. And you can speculate all you want. I've got an opinion here. Jericho may have forced Malenko into an early retirement, Brain.
Well, you know, I've never seen Malenko with that kind of emotion. You know, he's always cold. He's a stone-faced. He knows what he's going to do when he gets in that ring. He's focused. He lost it all there. His insides were shaking, and Okerlund just badgered him. Okerlund's the man that ran him off. That's what happened there.
Yeah, but let's not forget that great matchup. Malenko had a chance to get back in the winning track. He has been a champion over and over again, and it seems like he was just completely destroyed based on what happened in the ring against Jericho.
Well, what we've come to expect from the Iceman here in World Championship Wrestling was certainly not what we saw at Uncensored. Who really knows about the future of Dean Malenko at this point?
Only he does.
Only he does. A forced retirement. Is it over for Dean Malenko? I can only tell you this. We have not heard nor seen from Dean Malenko since what you saw right there at Uncensored.
He may be a sack boy at a supermarket. You don't know.
Let's go to the ring. Sack boy.
You gotta work. You gotta eat. You know those people that have those signs, "I'll work for food"? Don't we all?
Yeah, we certainly do.
You know, Tony, you talked about Nitro coming to Indianapolis next month. Last Friday, April the 3rd, was Bobby Heenan Day in Indianapolis, Indiana.
That's right.
What a great
Steve
honor.
Goldsmith honored me, started my career there and everything. Great wrestling town.
A look at our great crowd on hand here at the Miami Arena, and as Barry Darsow, one of your type of guys, Brand, a real loudmouth, makes his way to the ring.
Me a loudmouth? What do you mean me a loudmouth?
No, I didn't say
I'm
you.
not a loudmouth.
I didn't say.
I don't like a guy that just talks and talks and talks and never says nothing. That to me is a loudmouth.
But I didn't say that
you did.
I did not say that you were a loudmouth. Here comes total package. Lex Luger.
What a nice man. Came up to me this evening and says, say hello to your family and everything for me. Isn't that nice of Lex to do that?
Lex said that to you?
Yes.
To you?
To me. Don't you believe me?
No, not at all.
Do you believe me, Mike?
Not at all.
See? There are millions and millions of households believe him? No. We've known you too long, Brain.
Okay, he nodded, but he meant the same.
There you go. Lex Luger and Barry Darsow, one-on-one matchup here on WCW Monday Nitro.
Well, he didn't nod, but he was going to, I can tell.
Okay, anything else you'd like to say about this before I get on to this next piece of business here?
I'm going to ignore him from now on. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, like we do you. Our fans, we talked about Thunder coming to Tallahassee, and we got big news about Thunder. You ready for this? We understand the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, will be at Thunder this Thursday. And it's been quite a while since we've seen Ric Flair on one of our programs, and our thoughts have always been with one of the greatest champions ever to don the tights in our sport. And Ric Flair, we understand, is going to have a statement. He is going to conduct an interview. We understand that it's going to be either about a challenge or possibly, I have it on pretty good authority, about his career.
What?
Whoa.
In the sport. Now, that'll be coming up this Thursday when Thunder takes the air on TBS, 8:05 Eastern Time. Ric Flair returns. It'll be live in an interview that you cannot, wrestling fans who've been following this great career, cannot afford to miss.
Tony, what do you know? I mean, you're very close with the Nature Boy.
I'm very close, and I can tell you this. I have not talked to him in quite a while, and it's only because, as Luger sends Darsow down with a great move, only because, you know, he's been out of touch, and we've been very busy here. And I regret I haven't talked to him, but I did not get this from Flair. I got this from pretty good authority.
Well, tell us.
That this is all I can tell you because it's all I was told. That's going to have to do with a challenge and also about possibly about his career.
Well, there's been so much speculation about Ric Flair's career on the internet, on wrestling hotlines. Everywhere that you go, people are talking about that. Maybe Flair's going to set the record straight this Thursday on Thunder.
Well, at least we'll know one way or the other. And when that man says he's going to do an interview, nobody does an interview like Ric Flair. Nobody walks that aisle. It's just as good to hear the man talk as it is to see him wrestle.
I don't think there's any question about that. And hopefully,
who'd you hear this from, Tony?
I'm not telling you because you'll run to the same source.
I won't tell anybody. I'll give you my word on that. I'll give you my word. I'll give you a check. I promise you. I won't say nothing. Okay?
Forget about it.
Come on, we'll go to dinner for now. You can have the big fries.
Let's go back to the match here. It's Darsow working on the arm here of the total package Lex Luger. And, you know, Darsow, that arm hold, that submission hold of his called barely legal, is the type of hold that can snap an arm, can snap a wrist. And that's exactly what he's doing here, trying to soften up the arm of Luger, and a pretty good game plan here.
Well, no question about it, Tony, especially as we see him go to work now with the hammerlock and then driving those big right hands into the back of the arm of Luger. He's just totally focusing his attack to set things up for that barely legal submission move.
Got a 2, lateral Preston, tried to get a win and got a 2 count that time. He is so intimidating. He is so loud as Darsow. He walks right into a foot by Luger, and Luger with a blow to the side of the head, make it 3 in a row. That one to the jaw, staggering Darsow with 4, 5 straight right hands. But Darsow just absorbed each and every one of them and came firing right back on Lex Luger.
Well, the other thing that attack on the arm does is it would make that torture rack less effective.
Well, you're 100% right about that, but I like this. Darsow's got a shot here, you know. He's a loud mouth, he's intimidating, he knows how to wrestle, he's a big, tough guy. And the thing about Darsow is he can take a beating. You can beat on him a long time.
He is one tough man, is Barry Darsow, and he picks up Luger, at least attempts to. Luger blocks it. Luger gets the weight going the other way again, and a big back body drop sends Darsow the other way. Now Luger trying to mount a comeback. You see him shaking that arm of his. He ducked low, and Luger with the other arm sends Darsow down. Here comes Luger again.
He looks healthy to me.
Oh, he looks in great shape.
Oh!
There's that patented forearm shot right between the eyes.
Let's see if he can get him up. Darsow's been working on that arm for quite a long time now.
But Luger doesn't seem to be favoring it.
He's so strong. He's got him.
He picked him up with the other arm.
He's wrapped him.
What a great display of strength by Luger. Oh.
And
he
you know,
picked him up with the other arm.
Yeah, he sure did. He picked him up with that right arm, hooked him. But I tell you, the focus, the PowerPoint that puts a man in the torture rack is not necessarily the arms. It's the legs. It ducks down low. It picks the man up using the legs and that big, powerful back, and Lex Luger racks yet another man to a victory here on Nitro, guys.
Yeah, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have arms like Luger. You don't want arms like Pinzer trying to lift a guy up.
Of course, for any reason, you don't have arms like Pinzer. Here's our Slim Jim replay.
Big backdrop. Luger's got him up there in the rack. Yes, that is the total package. Lex Luger, the winner here on Nitro.
Snap into a Slim Jim with our Slim Jim replay. Another snap on the back of Lex Luger with the torture rack. Still to come in this program in hour number 3, it will be Sting defending the World Heavyweight title against Kevin Nash of the NWO, and hopefully an update on the condition of the Macho Man Randy Savage. Stay with us. Third hour time. Let the explosions begin, because in this third hour of WCW Monday Nitro, Scott Steiner of the NWO will be in action. Chris Jericho will defend the Cruiserweight title against a man he knows all too well in Juventud Guerrera. And then the big one, Kevin Nash of the NWO against Sting for the World Heavyweight title. That's all to come tonight on WCW Monday Nitro live in Miami. All right, before we go to our next tag team match, let's take a look at this footage. Gentlemen, if you'll roll the footage, we'll talk about it, because it has to do with the British Bulldog. Now, it was 2 weeks ago that these 4 men, in one of the biggest struggles I have ever seen in a tag team match, fought completely out of the ring, Mike, today. Bobby Heenan, we've never seen anything like this.
Well, it was quite a battle, very memorable to be sure. And then again last week on Nitro.
Yeah, last week the problems continued because Rude had handcuffed Jim Neidhart right to the middle rope, and then here comes the British Bulldog.
Well, that's right. You know, they're relatives of Bret the Hitman Hart. We're in-laws.
And then look at what happened to the Bulldog for his troubles.
You mind your own business, that don't happen.
Well, you're not kidding. Well, that all transpired over the past couple of weeks. And because of this big struggle, because they really didn't settle anything on Thunder a few weeks back, we're going to have it for you one more time. A return tag team bout, and we can't wait, man. It's going to be Curt Hennig and Brian Adams of the NWO.
Against the in-laws.
Yeah, Bulldog and Neidhart.
How would you like Helen Hart as your mother-in-law? Wow. Makes you kind of want to send a letter to the Melendez boys.
So here we go. Hennig, Rude, Adams of the New World Order. And we can only wonder, we still have no update, and I'm sorry about this. It certainly took them a long time to get Savage into the ambulance, into that rescue squad.
Uh-oh.
But certainly, Mike, it's time for you to take your hike. Rick Rude, as you can see, has joined us at our broadcast location here.
Top of the day to you fellas.
How are you? Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Rick.
How you doing
Good
tonight,
looking,
Bobby?
good looking tie you got there.
Thank you. Rick Rude has joined us. You know, we talked about the fact that Hennig and Adams and the Bulldog and Neidhart had some unfinished business, and I really think, and Rick Rude, I want to get your opinion on this. We showed the footage from when you handcuffed Neidhart last Monday, and I mean, this has really become quite a burning issue with you guys in the Hart family, hasn't it?
It was a beautiful piece of tape, wasn't it, Tony?
Well, it depends on your outlook. Certainly, if you're the Hart family, Bret Hart, or you're Neidhart, or you're the British Bulldog, it was not a beautiful piece of footage, but I guess if you're a member of the NWO, that would be the case.
Well, look at the bright side. It could have been a whole lot worse for him.
You're right about that, 100% right, may I add.
What, can I ask you the purpose? I mean, is there a reason? Is it because you want to show the world that the NWO is in charge, or is it a personal vendetta that you and Hennig have against this family here?
You get in the ring, you have an opponent, Tony. There's only one goal, and that's to kick butt.
Okay, and of course the NWO way is by any means possible, any means necessary. And Hennig and Brian Adams seem to agree on things as this match gets underway, and you can understand how Bulldog and Neidhart started things, wanting to get things off on the right foot. They have come in offense, and they're keeping now Hennig and Adams out of the ring, guys.
I got a feeling it's going to change real quick here. I had a powwow with Kurt, and we've talked about taking a little more aggressive route with this Hart family.
Now maybe that's what you have to do, Rick.
How much more aggressive can you take it by handcuffing a guy and wailing away on him, triple teaming the man?
Just watch and see.
Oh, okay. Maybe something up here. Let's see. Back into the corner they go. Hennig with a backhand chop. Neidhart, too.
Just looking at him.
Didn't phase him. Neidhart holds his ground, sending Hennig out the neutral corner. And he runs over Hennig with a running lariat.
There's no doubt about it. This Neidhart's a powerful man, but he isn't going to have enough to take Kurt out.
Not only powerful, Rick Rude, he's angry right now, as you can tell the way he's wrestling. Here comes the tag to the British Bulldog against the Bulldog and Neidhart, two of the most powerful men in our sport, but also two of the angriest as well. Was a tag made to Adams that time? I believe so, and Adams will come into the ring. Later on here tonight, fans, Kevin Nash of the New World Order gets his chance of becoming the heavyweight champion of the world against Sting.
What a match that ought to be.
Well, you're not kidding. And you heard what Hogan said. He's going to bring it back to Hogan and the NWO. Now that remains to be seen.
Whoa!
Look at this.
That's sheer power.
You're not kidding. It came out of an attempt at a vertical suplex by Brian Adams. And the Bulldog goes right to the sternum once again.
Incredible strength the Bulldog has, too. It's a shame his brain doesn't match up to his body.
Well,
yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Go on, I told you.
Stop it. Into the chest he goes, and here comes Neidhart up on top. Neidhart runs right over him once again. This time a shoulder from the top rope. Lateral press. And a 2 count that time, and Brian Adams kicks out. And Neidhart here content with just driving the man down on the mat. In one of our feature bouts, a big return bout here on WCW Monday Nitro. I think you guys realize what you've accomplished here. If anything, you've accomplished with upsetting Bret Hart probably as much we've ever seen him in this sport.
Just rattling the cage, Shivani, just rattling the cage. If Hart's brain is not in the match, Bret Hart won't be in the match.
Okay. I guess the attempt is to maybe get Bret Hart into this thing, get him involved. Unfinished business here with Hennig and Hart, or Rude and Hart. Are the NWO and Hart? I'm sure of it.
Well, this is good tag team wrestling. They have to keep him in the corner. They have to tag in and out. This is probably the best tag team wrestling you're going to see.
Oh, you think so? Into the ropes. To the midsection goes Kurt Hennig, and he's sitting down in a great move by Hennig.
Kurt needs to take a body part out on this big guy.
What would you go for, Rick, if you were Kurt Hennig in there?
I'd take a leg out, Bobby.
All right, let's see what happens. Right to the rib cage it goes. Here comes Brian Adams, the big man. Sending now the anvil in. Anvil put the brakes on the right side.
This isn't good.
No, it's not good for the NWO.
I need to get a close-up look at this.
They seem to be unorganized a bit. But good. They're making great progress.
There goes Rude again. Rude leaves our broadcast location.
I thought he'd never.
Yeah, you can quit lying to him right now. Fans, we got a 2 count. We got to take a commercial break, I'm told. All right, we're going to step out for a commercial break. Tape machines are rolling. Should it end during the break, we'll show you what happened. But if not, back with more of this match live on Nitro.
Do you understand?
A lot going on here right now, and Brain, you can laugh all you want, but you certainly were once again just. You're revolting about the way you just side up to Rick Rude.
No, you don't understand, Tony. He's a very dangerous man.
I don't want to hear.
If you don't make friends with the enemy, they'll hurt you.
I don't want the enemy.
What was he doing? I couldn't hear.
Forget it.
Oh, Rude was just being rude.
We go back to the match once again, ladies and gentlemen, as the match continues in the clutches of the big power man. Brian Adams is an equally powerful man in the British Bulldog, and here's how Power Man gets out of a bear hug. He just pounds his way out. But a headbutt stopped that. Look at this. Look at this from Brian Adams.
2, 3.
Pressing him above his head. That's no small man.
That's incredible. An incredible show of strength. Incredible show of strength. Here's a 1, 2, got a 2 count.
Well, he got his workout in. That's always good to do.
And now here comes Kurt Hennig. Remember, Rude has left our broadcast location, and that usually means a spinning toe hold. Look at this, guys. It's been a long time since we've seen this move, but Hennig pulls out the spinning toe hold, working on the legs of the British Bulldog, which is exactly what Rude talked about doing.
Right.
Working on the legs, but Rude, when he goes to ringside, that always means something could be up. Here's a cover 1, 2, got a 2 count, and that was all. Well, we inch closer to Kevin Nash and Sting for the world title, and you just have to wonder.
Now, let me tell you something. What happens if Nash defeats Sting and walks back into that NWO dressing with the belt? You think Hogan's going to meet him with open arms? You think they're going to roll out the red carpet? I'd love to be a fly on the wall and see what's going on.
I think Hogan's going to meet him with an open hand, expecting him to turn over that World's Championship belt.
And as he slaps the hand and says, "I got it, brother," and walks right by him, what's Hollywood going to do then?
You know, that all sounds intriguing, but let's remember he's got to defeat Sting.
That's right.
To be able to go back there. And that is one fact that not many people have been able to do. But I also want to bring up this fact. And not many people said anything about it. I don't know if people even noticed it, but I noticed offhand when Hogan came out with all these NWO members behind him, and a good move by the British Bulldog. Did you notice? I didn't think I saw Kevin Nash standing there, did you?
No, he wasn't part of the group that came out earlier tonight.
Friction, power struggle?
Well, he's got a championship match.
Yeah, he was probably just preparing.
Well, plotting.
Well,
scheming.
Scamming.
I tell you this, and I really feel this. I feel the problems within the NWO right now. If I can use an old cliche, we use tons of them on this program, but we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg in the NWO problems.
No, he was on a couple matches ago.
No, that's Goldberg.
Oh, stop it. I'm working with a lame brain.
No, tonight's good. He's really getting good.
Out to the corner now. And you see now the Jim the Anvil Neidhart with power punches to the midsection. Turns right around to get Hennig. And now he's biting the man on the forehead.
What's Rude doing?
He's kneeing Neidhart in the back.
Up for a purpose. The Hennig plex 1, 2, 3. Hennig and Adams win.
What a victory.
The team of Brian Adams.
And they're going for Rude. The Bulldog went for Rick Rude, and that was a critical mistake because his partner had been beaten, was down. It brings Rude in, and Rick Rude is going after Jim Neidhart. And Bret, the Hitman Hart, has arrived, and they're standing here in Miami. The Hitman, once again, has had enough. For the 3rd consecutive week, he has seen his family members pounded. He has seen his family members on the brink of injury, and he sends all 3 members of the NWO running outside of the ring.
Just another prime example of what he promised. He said he was going to take the New World Order apart brick by brick.
Bret the Hitman Hart looks over the British Bulldog. He looks over Jim the Anvil Neidhart. As the NWO goes away, Bret Hart has the microphone, fans.
Throw me a freaking bone here. Let me make something clear one last time. This stuff is over. It's not going to happen anymore. Rick Rude, Kurt Hennig, Brian Adams, get it straight, because there's a new sheriff in town, and the days of ganging up on guys are over.
So Bret Hart has sent a crystal clear message to Rude, to Hennig, to Adams, and I would dare say each and every member of the NWO. The days of ganging up are over. Back with Jericho defending the Cruiserweight belt next.
Lion Tamer.
Boy, to say tonight's been a wild night is putting it mildly. And
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. Let me get all this in for our great fans. 1 week from this Thursday, Thunder comes to Fargo, North Dakota at the Fargo Dome. Tickets available at the box office, Sunmart, Discontent, Dayton, the NDSU, Memorial Union, and all Ticketmaster locations. We're going to have a Thunder on a Wednesday night on Wednesday, April 22nd. Thunder will be on a Wednesday night that week, and it will originate for the Carolina Coliseum in Columbia, South Carolina. Tickets to the Coliseum box office and all Capital ticket outlets. Also, on sale this Friday, April 10th, we're going to be at UMass for a big event on Saturday, May 16th in Amherst, Massachusetts. At the campus of UMass, tickets go on sale at the Mullins Center box office and all Ticketmaster locations. When WCW comes to the Mullins Center, University of Massachusetts, the tickets go on sale this Friday morning, April 10th. And Brady, I already talked about, you're going to be in Kansas City. This coming Saturday morning when tickets go on sale for Nitro. Hey, I'm talking here.
I would like to dedicate this episode of Monday Night Jericho to Dean Malenko. And Dean, on behalf of all my Jerichoholics across the entire globe who follow my every step, my every word, I'd like to say, please come back, Dean. Come on, little trooper. I know you can do it. You're the second greatest wrestler in the world today. Behind myself, of course. And Prince Nakamaki, you have the audacity to sign a match against me at Spring Stampede? What have you ever done to deserve a title shot? You don't even own a pair of wrestling boots. 2 wins in a row does not constitute championship material, baby. And as far as Quasi Juice goes, I beat him so many times. Tonight, I'm gonna put the Lion Tamer on him, crank it on like never, ever before. He's gonna submit quicker than always, and then I'm gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and I'm gonna take it higher. Thank you very much.
What a show of confidence.
Is that what you call that? Let me finish what I was going to say. Bobby the Brain, as we mentioned earlier, and the Nitro Girls will be in Kansas City when tickets go on sale this Saturday.
Whoa, the Nitro Girls are going to be in Kansas City with me?
Yes, the event is Monday, May 11th for WCW Monday Nitro at the Kemper Arena. Listen to this. Bobby Heenan and the Nitro Girls will be in the Hen House Market. The Weasel will be in the Hen House, right?
Wait a minute. A hen house?
That's what it says. That's good.
It's a good gig.
You're not kidding. You're going to be there in the morning, and then...
Well, we don't lay an egg.
Then you're going to be at the one on Parallel in Kansas City from 2 to 4. So we look forward to being in Kansas City for Nitro. And I tell you, we talked a lot about what has happened to Dean Malenko. Let's not forget what's happened at the hands of Jericho to Juventud Guerrera, the Mask. No longer on the face of Juventud. Juventud, though, because of this, has really picked up the intensity, and I think he's become a better wrestler, guys.
Certainly is time for payback for Juventud Guerrera.
Not only that, Mike, I think he's a lot better without his mask. he seems to be sharper. He seems not to, he can see better.
Almost treated as a new beginning for him as far as his career goes. And remember that motto, never surrender.
Yeah, he's one of many young men who use that in this sport. But Juventud just exemplifies it, and I think that there's a point to be taken here that we talked about it. Here's a cover, 1, 2, and you brought it up, Brain, and of course we've touched on it here, and that is that he has taken a negative. He has taken something bad that's happened in his life. He's turned it into a positive. He's drawn from that, and thus he's become better. And that is really a great story and a great motto, and something that young men, young athletes, or in any walk of life can take with them. Take a negative, turn it towards you, because until bad things happen to you, a lot of times you can't grow. And Juventud has grown.
And how about the audacity of Jericho to dedicate this match to Dean Malenko, a man who he claims he stole both his dignity and his honor, adding to his long list of trophies.
But don't forget, he mentioned his name on the hottest television show in the world. Malenko should send him $50 or something for that, you know.
I tell you what that is.
50,000.
Use the right term, Brain. That is just hot air from a big windbag is all it is from Chris Jericho. And he knows how to pronounce Iaukea. We all do. He's a former television champ, and he'll get his title shot coming up at Spring Stampede. Of course, it could be against Juventud Guerrero right here.
Well, Prince Iaukea has certainly been on a roll. Quite a winning streak lately. Whoa, what a clothesline by Jericho. Just leveled Juventud. Oh, there's the ultimate nonchalant covers.
Knowing full well he will not be able to defeat Juventud with a cover like that. It's just a little show up, trying to show up the young man from Mexico, and Juventud in trouble as Jericho goes back to the attack once again.
Juventud's been in a lot of trouble.
Here's a pickup. You know, the arrogance that is presented by Jericho, I think a lot of times overshadows his ability in the ring, because he's a great wrestler. But a lot of times, because of what he says and how he acts in the ring and how he presents himself, I think a lot of times, at least from our vantage point, takes away from the great ability. Chris Jericho, from the first time he stepped foot into a WCW ring, made an impact. And he continued to grow and continued to become on his way to a championship. But it's been his attitude that has really taken away from his ability, I believe. Here's a cover, 1,
Tony,
2.
I disagree with you, because I think his attitude has made him a champion. Before, he had long blonde hair. He went into the crowd, let the people hug him, waved, signed autographs, didn't own one bit of gold, except what's in his teeth. Now he's got gold. Now he's got an attitude. Now he's a champion.
So you're saying that you got to be that way to win a title? 1,
No, but if it works for him, he's got it.
Oh, almost a new champion.
Oh, but if it works for him, he should do it.
I don't think there's any correlation there. I think the Chris Jericho that won the title was the athlete, not the attitude. Here's a cover, 1, 2. They got a 2 count.
All those years the Oakland Raiders were so tough, it's because they had attitude. Attitude. Get it? Attitude, is it?
Remember their motto? Just win, baby. At any and all costs. That's what we've seen from Jericho.
That's what we see here from the NWO, from WCW. It's the 90s. Things happen.
You're not kidding, they do. Back to the
dog-eat-cat world.
Dog-eat-cat. Very good, Brain. Slap. And still to come in this program, fans. We are on the edge of our seat here. How about Kevin Nash and Sting in the world title bout? What agility.
And he nips up to his feet.
How about that? Up again he goes. Head scissor takeover. 1, 2, and we
yes.
He almost.
You know something? I've been in that ring, and I know just a couple moves like that by Juventud will take all the starch of another opponent's or anybody there in the ring with sales. Oh, he could really intimidate Jericho. He could win this match real easy.
Ducking low, he ducked that clothesline, and Jericho sends him in, picks him up. Juventud with a front DDT.
Great move.
Incredible. He may have it here. 1, 2, and the hand.
Oh, yes, he got him.
Look at Nick Patrick showing us.
Only 2.
Showing us it was an inch away.
2 9/10.
And the fans think it should have been over.
Well, like he said before, everybody's cadence is different.
Pick up by Juventud, dropped him down.
Hoovy driver.
You're not kidding, it was. That's the prelude to the 450.
The last thing I want is a Hoovy driver.
Well, and that's the last thing Jericho wanted. And here's another thing Jericho does not want.
Hoovy won't be driving tonight. He'll be taking the bus home. He's wounded. He's been beat on.
Jericho up at the right moment, but Juventud shrugs him off, but he's in no position for the 450 here, guys. Trying a flying crossbody. Jericho picks him up. Juventud spins over. Juventud.
Lion Tamer. Lion Tamer.
Incredible that Juventud is in the Lion Tamer off of that move. What a counter move it was.
Remember, Juvi never surrender. He's surrendering.
No. He tapped, but he says no. He's waving it off.
You can't say I quit and say I didn't.
He did
not. He says I don't quit.
He did not quit.
Prince Iaukea at ringside.
He's throwing in the towel. He saved Juventud from having a broken back.
Yeah, but Juventud never gave up.
Probably a smart move on the part of the Prince, allowing Juventud to wrestle another day. And here comes the Prince.
Well, maybe so, but now we've got fisticuffs with Jericho and Iaukea. Chris Jericho takes the low road all the way out of the ring. It's very obvious to me that Juventud was in the clutches. He was hurting, would not give up. But Jericho would not have gotten off of that Lion Tamer. You know it as well as I do. Fans, still to come. Sting and Kevin Nash for the world title live on Nitro.
There's your champion.
Yeah, right. We welcome you back to Miami as the crowd awaits Sting and Kevin Nash for the world title here tonight. But before we go any further, we're going to take you back, guys, with me and millions of households around the world. Take a look at what went down right before we went on the air. Earlier tonight, our camera saw this parent of Dodge Viper speeding away.
This is
Savage.
NWO business. This is NWO business. Back off.
Laying in the concrete at the parking lot right out back of the Miami Arena. Now, Vincent was out there, and the Disciple was out there. Listen, we want to listen to what happened here. Listen here.
Hey, not so macho now, is he?
Grabbing Elizabeth and saying he's not so macho now. Now, this happened earlier, and of course, then the rescue squad came to the scene moments later. I don't know what the Disciple and Vincent were talking about, but Savage was not in the arena tonight. He was taken to the hospital, and they had to immobilize the neck and the back, put him on the stretcher, and then here comes a few minutes later here in downtown Miami, the medical response unit. We have not had an update on his condition as of yet. We don't know the status of Randy Savage.
Is he conscious?
We don't know the status of Randy Savage, is what we just said. And the fact is that we will have to, hopefully within the remaining time in this program, keep you abreast on his condition. If we do not have anything before the program ends at 11 o'clock Eastern Time tonight, which is about 30 minutes from now, then we will have to relay that to you on Thunder this Thursday from Tallahassee if possible. But the fact is that Piper came out later and literally blamed Hollywood Hogan for what happened to Savage.
Well, the one thing that I keep hearing when we take a look at that replay is this is NWO business. Almost as if the New World Order was taking credit for that, and I guess maybe we can draw that one conclusion.
Double park.
Well, he didn't slip going to his car. We know that.
Unfortunately, the only thing we got on videotape was the car speeding away and Savage laying there. What happened? We really cannot say anything more. I mean, it would be inappropriate, even though when it's NWO business, as Vincent said, it's usually dirty business. But it would be inappropriate for us to even speculate. Nevertheless, the fact is Savage has been hurt. Savage, in a mere 15 days, will vie for the world title against Sting, who before he gets to Spring Stampede, Sting that is, must face Kevin Nash here tonight, live from Miami.
And if Kevin Nash were to defeat Sting, you talk about that balance of power shifting back to the New World Order. It could happen tonight in this broadcast with the world's title at stake.
On the way to the ring, Mr. Boy.
They used to call him Scott Steiner. Now he wants to be called, as you saw, Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner will face Sick Boy of Ravens Flock in the next matchup here on WCW Monday Nitro Live.
What was the significance of that trophy that Vincent was bringing to the ring.
I did notice there was
I don't need a warm-up. I don't need a warm-up. Warm in his face. Huh? You're right. That's a warm-up. I got this.
Notice, and I did notice that they were bringing that trophy in. It looked like a bodybuilder or some sort of a muscle man on the top of that cup. I don't know if he's won any trophies or what for his physique. Certainly some of the most famous arms in our sport, obviously Scott Steiner. And look at this. He's trying to ride down Sick Boy, using the rope as a choking device, and now threatening the referee. Boy, he is all NWO now, isn't he?
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Look at him, his actions. He's always been that way. He's always been aggressive like this, but not to this point. I don't think it hurts him. Ruins the Steiner family, but who cares?
Well, you think, much like we saw with Chris Jericho, a bad attitude leads to success. And that's the Heenan way.
No, I didn't say it was my way, but he's successful. He has a bad attitude, so it works for him.
Before this bad attitude, he was one of the greatest tag team wrestlers ever.
Right, but he had a bad attitude then, Tony.
Factor in the New World Order, their strength in numbers, the backup that he always knows that he has from the New World Order makes Scott Steiner even more dangerous.
Pulling back, Sick Boy, nowhere to go. Absolutely all tied up here. Steiner,
he looked great.
Steiner does look great. He can pose like that when a man is all tied up. It's been all big Papa Pump here. Into the ropes. Oh, boy, I tell you.
Big Papa dropped him.
And then a great elbow, and now.
This is too easy. I'll beat your butt, you get in the ring, Jack. You ain't got nothing, punk.
Wow, jawing with the fans as well. Hey, he's threatened announcers. He came right up here not too long ago and threatened all of us. You know, he's like that. He's a very unstable person, is Scott Steiner. Always has been. A hothead. Gets angry. I mean, the referee, Billy Silverman, has a very tough job here knowing what type of guy he's dealing with. But here comes Sick Boy, trying to mount some sort of a comeback.
Steiner's got so much experience, though.
Yeah, you're right, Brain.
And he's so strong. He's got that amateur wrestling background. I don't know how many times 70, 80, how many times have they held tag team championships? I mean.
Tag team championships in WCW, tag team championships in Japan.
All over the world.
Countless number of occasions.
Sick Boy lost his footing on the top rope, but still was able to just kick Steiner down, but a belly-to-belly from Big Papa Pump. And now Scott Steiner said it's over.
He's going to relax now.
Steiner recliner, maybe?
Yes, put your feet up.
Immediately, Sick Boy taps out. Referee calls to the bell.
Yeah, when the back of your head's touching your shoulder blades, it's good to give up.
And Vincent puts down the hardware in front of Big Papa Pump. Sure would like to know the story behind that trophy, what it's all about. Knowing the NWO, it's just concocted. It's just a lie, but nevertheless, we'd like to find out about it.
Right there, baby.
That's awesome, guys.
Look at the size of that arm. Looks like he's got a grapefruit in there. He's hiding something, I think.
Like a cantaloupe.
A watermelon.
Coming back with Kevin Nash and Sting next from Miami Live.
What do you got, grapes?
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Winter Fresh Gum from Wrigley for icy cool breath that lasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the WCW Monday Nitro main event. The ongoing battle for power and glory continues between the NWO and the WCW. Tonight, this will be for the Heavyweight Championship of the World. Are you ready? South Florida, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
One of the bigger world title matches, not only in the history of Nitro, but in live TV professional wrestling.
Big Sexy could walk out. He could be the champion killer, too.
Coming to the ring at this time, in the company of his NWO cohort Conan, representing the NWO, he's wearing black, trimmed with white. He weighs 317 pounds. From Ponce Inlet, Florida. He is one of the founding fathers of the New World Order. He is one half of the tag team champions of the world, the Outsiders. He is considered by many to be the most dominant big man in professional wrestling today. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Kevin Nash.
Well, when Michael Buffer said white and black, I want to draw attention if we could. Not that I'm trying to cause any more problems than the NWO needs, but that's a Macho Man Randy Savage, Macho Madness shirt he's got on.
And Kevin Nash could walk out of this match tag team champion, one half, and World's champion. I don't think anybody else has ever done that here at WCW, to my knowledge.
Yeah, look at the shirt, guy. Look at the shirt. He's got something he wants to say.
You know, Hollywood Hogan came out here and, as usual, ran his mouth for 45 minutes. He gave his view, Hollywood's view of the NWO. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Big Sexy's got a completely different view.
Boy, this is going to be interesting.
Now, I know for a fact, a good fact, that red and yellow Viper was somebody's certain colors a few years back. So it's no mystery to me who the Wheelman was. That's why I'm wearing this man's shirt tonight. But you gotta be careful, because if I wear your shirt too long, you get fired. Now Hogan comes out here and says, I'm gonna bring the belt back to the NWO and hand it to him. Well, tonight, when I win the belt,
Could happen.
the only place it's going is around my sexy waist. In Hollywood, if you keep doing what you're doing, there's a real good chance that at the pay-per-view, I grab that bat and I beat the hell out of all three of you.
These problems within the NWO have become very, very, very serious, as you can tell by what he had to say and the look on the face of Kevin Nash. The world champ will come out when we come back live from Miami. Stay right where you are.
And now, making his entrance to the ring, wearing black, weighing 259.5 pounds, he is professional wrestling's enigmatic man of mystery. He is the man whose allegiance is aligned with no specific affiliation. He is the man who marches to his own drum. He is the man who is the master of the Scorpion Deathlock. He is the defending and reigning heavyweight champion of the world. He is Sting.
And he's in one of the biggest struggles of his career. against Big Sexy, the Giant Killer. Here's the world champion. And here we go.
And don't forget, Conan's in the corner.
Isn't it interesting that it's Conan that comes to the ring to be in the corner of Kevin Nash as the factions continue to be divided within the New World Order?
We open up our telecast tonight in a very disturbing note, regardless of what you think about Randy Savage. He is solidly NWO. He has brutally attacked Sting. In 13 days, he gets a shot at this world title, be it Sting or even be it Kevin Nash. Nonetheless, Savage taken to the hospital after what happened in the parking lot. We still do not have an update on his condition. And hopefully we will have one before the program is out. If not, then don't forget to join us on Thunder on Thursday night, live from Tallahassee. Ric Flair will be there with a big announcement, as we said, about his career, about a challenge. But before we get there, Sting calls out the millions of fans across the world and this sold-out crowd here at the Miami Arena as he and Kevin Nash slow things down. And just do a little bit of intimidation back and forth.
Well, Kevin Nash certainly mentioned prior to this matchup that he knows who it was, that the incident involving Randy Savage, well, he talked about that red and yellow Viper and the colors. He thinks he knows who the wheelman is.
To the side of the head, I tell you, that's only one thing, Mike, that he and Roddy Piper agree on. And meanwhile, Big Sexy using his power and that awesome right hand, that hard punch of his, to drive Sting all the way down to the mat.
If Sting can get that Scorpion Deathlock on Kevin Nash, he can do it easy. Oh, not easy, but I mean, he's got the long legs. It's going to be perfect to get him in that hold if he can.
But to be able to get him in that position, guys,
that's another thing.
It's going to take a lot of pounding, a lot of driving down, and right now, Sting is on the receiving end of some big blows from Big Sexy here. And Kevin Nash is awesome, guys. Look at this. Sting rebounds, and Kevin Nash only went down to one knee.
But he's down almost.
Look at Sting go to the top rope.
Quickly, perched on top. Down goes Nash.
He's down now.
Drop kick, the big man's out top.
How about that? An aerial attack from the world's heavyweight champion.
So much reserve.
That's right. You want to beat Sting, you better pack a lunch. It may take you a while.
Sometimes we're amazed, literally amazed about how Sting can mount a comeback seemingly out of nowhere. And you saw an example of it. Maybe the big man lured him into it, but he brought him on the outside.
Bring it back inside, gentlemen.
You hear Mickey J say, bring it back inside, but that's not in the game plan now for Big Sexy. And here comes Conan, just like you predicted, Brain.
Just wailing away. Just wailing away. And you know, we can't see it now, but Nash has to have the referee there.
There you go.
The referee's attention. 2-on-1, you're right.
He turns just in time to see Conan send him back in.
But he didn't see Conan do anything wrong.
Sure he
put
did.
him back in the ring.
Sure he did. And now look on the ropes and going right to the 5 count and pulling away, preventing any disqualification here. And that 300+ pound frame is stepping on your throat. Added leverage and added pressure by using the top rope. It's got to be just horrible.
3, 4, step back.
And there goes Conan again, just relentless in his attack on the floor. And now using that middle rope. Oh! There's that 300+ pounds crashing down across the back of Sting.
Well, the strategy here, guys, is very basic. Knowing how Sting can mount such a quick comeback like we saw moments ago, they are going for the wind supply. They are trying to take the air out of Sting, thus slow down any comeback he would have.
The strategy is NWO 101 is what it is. Quick cover by Nash for a 2 count.
Nash looks at Mickey J. I think a little bit of maybe frustration there, thinking that he could have had the win right there, but nonetheless, the match continues. Kevin Nash picks him up. A lot of reserve left here. Backbreaker. Still holds on to the champ. Oh, look at this, holding and pushing while driving the lower back across the big quadricep, the knee.
Humans don't bend that way, you know.
Yes, we know, and so does
Sting.
And so does Kevin Nash. Look at Sting. Sting's trying to fend off this, get a little bit of leverage. He had his left leg on the mat to try to take some punishment off, but Kevin Nash puts him down for a 2 count only. Neck vice applied, and Sting, again, they've worked, and I say they because of Conan, they have focused on the neck, the throat. Boy, when you're the world champ, they come at you from every side. Sting, if he can survive this, 13 days away, we'll have the Macho Man Randy Savage at Spring Stampede.
And listen to this crowd at the Miami Arena.
They want Sting on his feet.
And look at Sting react.
He's on his feet.
Standing up, back elbow, that broke it loose. A pair of them now, and he runs into a knee from Kevin Nash.
Nash is so big, so strong, so powerful. Oh.
Into the corner, running through the man. Sting is dazed. Sting can barely stand. He tries to prop himself up on the other neutral cutter, but cannot. And Kevin Nash relentless. Uh-oh, one of his pendant moves. Using that long leg of his on the throat. Nowhere for Sting to go. He'll put it on there as long as he can to the 5 count and then break. To the corner. Sting showing the quickness, side step, hit the knee. Sting sees an opening. He may walk right through that opening here.
And Kevin Nash has had some leg surgery, knee surgery. I'm not sure which knee it is, but I don't think it matters now.
To Sting, it doesn't matter.
No.
Just so he can get the big man off his feet. And focus on one leg, and that is the same knee that hit the top turnbuckle moments ago, guys.
And you know that Sting is focusing that attack on the lower body, on the knees of Kevin Nash, because he wants to set him up for the Scorpion.
The Scorpion Death Lock, that is, not the Scorpion Death Drop. He has 2 primary moves to win matches. He helps him up just to knock him down again. Nothing wrong with that. Here it comes.
See how long the legs are? He's going to turn him here.
Stepping through.
Look at Nash fight.
Trying to get his arms. He's locking his... He's got it off.
He's got him.
Nash going for the ropes.
He's big enough to make it.
He's got a long way to go.
But he's got a long reach. And he's got someone reaching out for him.
He's got to reach for that bottom rope. Just the bottom rope is all he's got to touch.
Look at him moving, Sting. It was only... he's got that. Oh, boy. Did Conan help him or not?
I don't think so.
Well, Mickey J seems to think so. He's admonishing Conan. Whatever the case may be, the Scorpion Deathlock has been broken, and Nash is trying to get to his feet, and he does, using the ropes to help himself up.
He also, I think, gouged Sting in the eyes, taking a shortcut. You can see Sting is blinded, not really sure where Nash is. Oh, Nash from behind.
We may have it here.
Here's a cover, 1, 2. Sting able to get the right shoulder and the right leg moving in time. And thus, well, there was no real good lateral press that time at all.
I think Nash is more hurt than Sting.
Well, both men are pretty well winded and dazed here. But this is what it is when you have so much adrenaline flowing and you're on the biggest world television program in the history of this great sport. And you're going after the big title. 1, 2. 2 count, Sting kicks away.
Remember, Kevin Nash is no stranger to the pressure cooker of these high-profile World Championship matchups.
He's been there.
He's a veteran. And as he limps over to Sting once again, trying to shake off the effects of that Scorpion Deathlock, he sends Sting rocking into the top turnbuckle. And Sting, look at that. Sting cannot even cover up here. Basically helpless from the right hands from Kevin Nash. Sting, though, took a step to the right to try to get out of the corner. It wasn't a bad move, but a knee brought him down to his knees.
If I was Sting, I'd go after that left leg of Nash. I'd get him off his feet, and I would beat on that leg until he yelled, tapped out, or screamed and gave up.
Once again, the focus has been the neck, the head, the wind, the throat region of Sting for Kevin Nash. Look at how big his hands are right around the chin of Sting, just gripping the chin and pushing the head down towards the ring. Oh, that's painful.
Your neck don't bend that way either.
Of course it doesn't.
Well, it may now.
And now Sting may be out here as Mickey J is down on the mat looking at Sting to see if in fact the world champion is out or not.
Oh, he's going to call for it.
Oh, the hand is up.
That's one.
He's only got 3 of them.
Look at the pressure on his neck.
It's just like a count. The hand does not drop, so the match goes on.
And they're coming alive here in Miami.
And so is Sting.
Standing up. Another comeback is being mounted. Sting breaks loose. Oh! Wheels around with the right hand. Standing drop kick. Big sexy back to the corner.
What are you doing?
Conan is coming the ring.
Club sandwich.
Did Conan take the bullet for Nash that time?
He is pinned in the corner. A pair of Stinger splashes. He's going to try to make it 3.
Oh, yeah.
He may have him here. He gets him in the middle of that ring and slaps it on him. It's all over.
Oh, he held his ground. And he sends him crashing to the other side. Incredible comeback.
Is he going to go for the powerbomb? Is $50,000 worth it to become champion of the world? I think so.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean, they'll disqualify him? The match will be over.
He can't. He can't. His back gave out.
There's no way he can win the world title with a power bomb. And Hollywood Hogan has come into the ring. And that ends the match. And Nash just realized, turned around, he didn't see Hogan at first. Hollywood Hogan has ruined Kevin Nash's chances at becoming world champion.
What's wrong with you, man?
Nash said I had it. Sting will retain the world title, but the fight goes on here.
Nash had him. Nash had him.
Here comes the NWO after Sting. Everyone's here.
Are they ever?
Just pounding on Sting. But Nash and Conan, they're staying in the corner. Here comes the rowdy one.
Roddy Piper.
And look who's behind him.
The Giant.
Oh, what a pay-per-view that's going to be. We're not done yet.
Big headbutt from the Giant. Sting, Giant, Piper holding off the New World Order. Here on WCW Nitro.
Oh, yeah. What's your problem with me? What's your problem with me?
Oh, Nash watching Hogan.
The battle lines are drawn between the NWO members.
You better figure out.
Two men who must be a team in the mat match. But it's crystal clear that Hogan's interference ruined Kevin Nash's chances of becoming world champ. We'll see you live Thursday on Thunder.